So as you can see, I decided to move this over into Vroid because I got fed up with trying to edit my own version, and I fucking hate the dress up feature so much. There is like a lot of weird oddities here. Fun fact: the legs are one bone. I know what you're thinking. No, no, this is not the case. No, it quite literally is one bone. Like, also, wait, huh? Oh, okay. See, the thing I don't get is you see the upper area, right? But then the lower section is also included with it, which I don't get. Just give me right lower leg. Come on. It's not that hard, you know? It's not that hard. I don't know if the mic's on or not. Oh, the mic's been on the whole time. Cool. I sure do love Stream Deck not fucking working. Sorry. I'm a bit cranky at the moment. I've been up since 1 a.m. because I woke up at 1 a.m. Not realizing that I had slept through 5 alarms for a stream that was supposed to happen last night around 10 p.m. Needless to say, I'm a little pissed. And I know people will be like, well, you need sleep. Yeah, but the thing is, I was going to stream from 10 to 3 and then sleep from 6, not 6 to 9, 3 to 9. Because now my entire day is fucked because of this. So in order for me to get my sleep schedule back into order, I have to stay awake until 1 a.m. 2 a.m. I have to stay up more than 24 hours to get my sleep schedule back in check. Because there's a reason I had to stop doing morning streams. And it was because I kept missing a lot of them. And there's a reason I had to move to morning streams is because I kept missing a lot of night streams. I can't keep a consistent time with my fucking work schedule. I'm sorry if I'm starting right out of the gate being very negative, but you have to understand that, like, I want to have some sense of normalcy, you know? It's hard to have a sense of normalcy when I keep fucking missing shit, you know? So yeah, I'm a little bit heated. Little bit heated this morning. But you know what? I need to get a stream done. It's gonna eat at me if I didn't. And I'm not doing it tonight because I have something with Pika I need to be doing tonight. So, you're getting a morning stream. I haven't done one of these in a good bit. And today... Oh, that's cool. Guess what? Guess what? My, It did not. No, it did. It did. You know what it did? I had to open it, I had to, like, revert it, but, it removed my, Stream Deck profile. So cool. So fucking cool. What a train wreck of a stream we have this morning. There's Scuff, and then there's whatever the fuck this is. Anyway, yeah, we have a Dungeon Explorer for the PC Engine this morning. I would like to take a look, a little bit of a look into it. Because, well, one, it's an early Atlas game. This game was made about 3 years into their being. Because Atlas came about 1986. And this game came out in, okay, 4th year in existence. This game came out in 1989. So it's a little bit in. This is post Megami Tensei 1. I think pre-Puzzle Boy, because this was published by Hudson Soft, not Atlas themselves. And all other games in the Dungeon Explorer series are not done by Atlas. This is the only game that they did for this particular franchise of games. I believe, yeah, Hudson did the other 3. Hold on, I'm trying to confirm this at the moment. There's a page on Wikipedia that mentions this. All right, so this game came out. Yeah, the first game that they worked on stuff was not Digital Devil Story, if you can believe it. It was a game I cannot pronounce, but it came out for the Famicom Disk System. For some reason, it lists Atlas as making the FM7 version of the Telenet Megami Tensei. I don't know why it says that, but okay, unless they can give actual, like, evidence that that's the case. I'm not trusting GameSpot with that fucking listing. Sorry, Wikipedia. Okay, so Karate Kid, Gotcha the Sport, TNC Surf Designs they did not make. That was a different company. That was, that was a different company. That was not Atlas. King of Kings. NFL for the NES, which I own. Of course I do. And then Friday the 13th. Because if you forgot, yes, Atlas made that game. And then Dungeon Explorer, which is, I think, one of 4 games they made for the system. 2 HuCard games, and then 4 CD-ROM games. Yeah, 4 of them. And yeah, this is the game right before their first self-published title, which was Quirk for the Game Boy, also known as Puzzle Boy, which you'll be seeing at some point in the future, not now. I like how they have Amazing Tater, which is also Puzzle Boy 2. I love that they go by the English titles for these games instead of their original titles. Hello, oh yeah, I should probably hit the button. I should say hello to Mayrinthia, Wheat Stalker, and Hellhounds. Again, I'm a bit salty this morning for multiple reasons. I need to really stress how much I hate Vroid Studios' dress-up feature. It merged... Okay, you know what? Let's get to the game, and I'll complain about it then. Because I think that's like one of the biggest... There's a big flaw with the dress-up feature, and we'll get into it. Where's the button? First, I should get the audio up on my end. Button. So, yeah, let's talk about the... Yes, I know there's the weird circle. Hold on. I just saw it. There we go. So anyway, I have to complain about the dress-up feature in Vroid. Well, let's first start from the beginning. It merges bones in clothing. So, like, the outfit that I'm trying to, like, put on me, right? It has 3 bones for the legs, not counting the foot. And for some reason, Vroid decides to just merge them together. I don't get what's going on with that. So instead of having an upper leg and a lower leg, I have upper leg and foot, which kind of makes it hard to put things in the correct position. Where the fuck's my controller? Oh, here it is. It's the same color as my table, so I didn't see it. Zero Suit Teebs. That's a different outfit, but no, this one's the Aleph outfit, the PS1 one. And it's just incredibly frustrating that I cannot do this in a very straightforward manner. I have to, like, work around weirdness with the functionality. Also, we are playing this on an actual PC engine. This is my physical HuCard for the game. I have not modded my system to be able to play TurboGrafx 16 specific HuCards, so I did test earlier today, well, not earlier today, but yesterday. I wanted to see, because someone mentioned on the speedrun leaderboard for this game that you could basically just do like one player, 2 controller. One player, 2, yeah. And you can get the game to make you be able to pass one whole dungeon, and it does work. It's a very jank way to do it, but it is, I don't know if it's actually doable or viable for, like, the leaderboard. Because the categories are kind of split into the player that you play as, and it doesn't really imply that you can use a second player. So. And knowing the modern speedrun leaderboard, they'll just split that off into its own category. Because can't, you know. We continue to have the splintering of speedboard leaderboards into even more granularization. That's the term. Also, here's the Minotaur. That was the Minotaur, everyone. It's very funny how they didn't make a Gauntlet clone with the first Megami Tensei, but they still did make a Gauntlet clone, inevitably. Which is this. Now, I will point out, I have played this somewhat, a good bit of this offline. And, I think this is a neat game. Are you fucking kidding me? All right. Let's not break that, please. Yeah, the PSP remake of this. I forgot they released this for the PSP. Unless you're talking about, well, no, that's the thing. There are multiple games for this franchise called Dungeon Explorer. You might be referring to Warriors of Ancient Arts, which is also called just Dungeon Explorer in certain regions. That came out for the DS and the doodad. But yeah, as I found out, it is not a remake. It is just a separate game in the franchise. In fact, I think most of the games are not even connected to each other. I need to go back down there. Let's try that again. There we go. Not even a sequel. It's just a game. Yeah. I think the only one that's actually a sequel is the one that came out for the TurboGrafx CD. The PC Engine Duo, or for the CD-ROM. I know that's a direct sequel. And then you have Crystal Beans from Dungeon Explorer, which is also technically a sequel to Dungeon Explorer 1, but is a heavily modified version of Dungeon Explorer 2. And then you have Dungeon Explorer CD, which is also just called Dungeon Explorer from 1995, which is for the Sega CD. Oh boy. And that one is not even related to the other two, other than the fact that it has similar gameplay mechanics. Damn. I'm gonna get my shit kicked in. Yep. I love how the enemy can just shoot through the wall and I can't. Alright, I gotta be careful here. Whoop. I say be careful, still takes a hit. Would help if I had my chat on the screen. I would like to go this way, but I can't. I know probably with a speed run, you're probably just YOLOing through this, but... I love taking a hit. That blue flame is basically to punish you for taking too long in one area. The evil auto of Dungeon Explorer. Hopefully some of you got that reference. Cool. And you know what the worst part is? I think I have to... you know what? Actually, we're just going to skip ahead. I have a password from when I was playing this offline. It's on my M515 here. Where is it? Here it is. Yeah. Then I have to hit start and run. Sorry, select and run. Password, and then... okay, and let's see. D... K... D... O... K. Cool. Oh, I did this with Elf? Okay. I swear I've... That's a bit interesting, because I... Huh. I don't recall playing with Elf. Am I sure? Hold on. Am I sure I put that password in right? Hold on. I don't think I did. G-L... J-A... J... D-K-D... Okay. Okay, I guess we're doing this. So how's everyone else having this morning? You know, I'm a little bit grumpy, but I am kind of curious to see how everyone else is. Here's how grumpy I am. I didn't even bother putting on my glasses or my vest. Spine hurts. Oof. Chilling at work. Praying for easy few, no tickets. Wait, hold on. I want to check something. Do I have to play this dungeon? Fuck. I don't even know what the power-up is for this one. I kind of want a slow day today, but at the same time, metrics with the work. I like how seems like the enemies are like roller skating towards me. I'm just gonna take this slow and steady. I love how, like, I was in the corner, the little cubby hole there, and I still managed to take damage. I might go back to the fighter. Yeah, this is a bit unbearable. Actually, hold on. I've made the most progress with the fighter, so I think I'm gonna stick with the fighter. So I've come to a realization that I'm probably gonna have to switch my setup at my house again. So those unaware, there's kind of a running joke with my stream setup to where I seem to have to change it every 6 months. And as I found out, that's not really a joke. It just seems to happen. I can't get it in a setup that I'm happy with that kind of lets me be as productive as possible. And that even goes with not even like my content creation setup. I mean, my work setup as well. I just need to find something that kind of works. Ah, damn. I'm gonna switch to B because I think that kind of speeds up this fight here. Cool. I think did that change color? Maybe it did. I may have to fish the manual out. And by that I mean I have to search for it because I don't have a physical copy of the manual. In fact, let me do that now. Dungeon Explorer Atlas Manual. Thank you, Konami, for actually having a copy of this. I still kind of despise you as a company, but you know what? That's fine. I don't have a good opinion about Konami. Okay, so it mentions nothing about the gems changing color. Just that it shows which ones of the little things that drop, what they do. Like the little ring gives you extra hit points. And that crown gives you higher intelligence. Should note there is actual, like, stats. Okay. So I want to carefully grab this. I could probably just walk through the original one, but... I'm just gonna run for it. All right. Cool. I lost all my stuff. All right, so let's see if I can grab these. Yep. I just need to get the boot. Oh, okay. I guess we're just walking around. I swear there's like a way you can hit that without like going into the blast zone. Because the problem with how the 3/4 perspective is that you can accidentally be in the blast zone and not know it. Not 3/4, 2/3. I love this one where like the kind of like force field here knocks you straight into the enemy. So if you're low on health, you're almost guaranteed to take damage. Very nice. I have to write that down. Where's my... Hold on. Where's my tungsten C? Because that has the keyboard. I've been testing out the tungsten C. I have a new battery for it, and I'm going to replace it as soon as I'm done with the stream. I need to set an alarm 15 minutes before work so I can wrap this up on time. All cool. So you're going to hear, just so you're aware, this noise here is going to indicate that the end of the stream is going to happen. When you hear that noise, we're done. Because we are on an actual time limit right now. All right, so let me head into my memo here, and I'm going to take this. And it does look like that was the password, because it was on this as well. All right, so the current password is, what is it, ADBFD. Put that down. GNPJC. All right, cool. I'm going to keep that screen on. We'll reset the console. ADBF. I don't know why I went roundabout like that, but all right. GNP. All right, cool. Now I'll turn the screen off. I might be able to get some additional stat points. Who knows? Oh, if only I can get to that boot. All right, so let's go again. Not die this time. think we're only locked in our stats if we can actually make it to the jewel. Damn. Alright, let's try this again. Alright, so we raised our hit points by picking that up. Okay. Yeah. I guess we're just gonna have to start again in a bit. The game doesn't also, in the manual, mention how many, like, deaths you can take at a like, particular time. Yeah, I'm just gonna take it slow. Cool. I need it to not just bring blue or like blue flame that just kills me instantly. Would greatly appreciate. All right, take two. Okay. I know I probably should have moved, but that first one went out very easily, so that's probably why I didn't. Kind of interestingly, I'm looking at it, and I'm looking at the picture of the multi-tap in the manual, and it has one plug plugged into one controller plugged into port 1, but then the other one's plugged into port 5. Fascinating. Yeah, very fascinating. Okay. Just double checking one thing real quick. Hopefully Wednesday's stream will be at night as well. I can't really get back to doing morning streams because let's be honest, morning streams I don't really get a lot of time to really like work on stuff. Like, for instance, this stream ends in like an hour and 40 minutes. I don't get a lot of like time to develop what I'm working on. That's why I like night streams, you know? I get more time to dedicate to something. Just the downside is I don't get a lot of sleep because 10 to 7 work day. All right, let me put my password back in. What also probably doesn't just help is the fact that I cannot have my work set up and my stream set up anywhere near each other. Those unaware, I have my work set up all the way at the other end of the room, way near the kitchen. And then my stream setup is in a little corner in my living room, where the wall is that you see in the camera scene, where it's me at the desk. That is an actual wall at my house, and my stream setup is right next to that wall, so I think the issue is just that my stream setup has also kind of evolved over time to where I have... Yeah, I can't get to that. Right, for instance, I have 2 machines for my setup. I have my actual Linux machine that I do most of my gaming, like PC gaming on. Sometimes I have to use Steam Deck for games that just don't want to work right on my regular Arch setup. I will say one of the nice parts about my current install of Arch is just the fact that I can use Unity on it for like the stuff that I need to do. I had to use a patched version of UMod to be able to like set stuff up with Unity, but I'm able to do my usual workflow for setting stuff up for this stream in Linux. And I do like that. I'm hitting the... Okay. I don't know how the fuck you're supposed to, like, destroy that flame jet without taking damage. Because, like, you have, like, no actual space. I'm just gonna reset because I know I'm gonna take a death like very soon after that. That means I gotta... You know what? We're just gonna start over. I don't even think it's worth it. I think it's just faster to just restart and just fight the Minotaur again. Come on. I want to get the black magic pickup, which is the skull. Obviously indicative by the B on it. There we go. I mean, I feel like the only way I could realistically go back to doing morning streams is I would have to start a lot earlier. But one of the, like, upsides that I had for, like, waking up early was I spent the time between me waking up and 7 a.m., which is where the streams normally started, working on various like projects like video editing. I would just get a whole bunch of video editing out of the way. Okay, I want to look at this. Oh, okay. So it's based off of whatever you pick up determines your stat increase? Because that was purple and then my strength went up. So I'm guessing that the speed run, since you're needing to go fast, you pick up the gems when they're orange to raise your agility. I feel like I would be kind of... I feel like that's like a good train of thought, right? There's no actual guides for this game, at least for the speed runs. It's one of those, you have to look at the world record and then learn it from like that type of thing. Like, there's no elaboration as to reasons you do the things you do in the run. Oh, also, let's talk about that big elephant in the room. Discord is deciding on implementing age verification globally, worldwide. And I've kind of had issues with Discord a lot of issues with Discord, but I kind of kept with it because it was the biggest platform and all the speedrunning communities are on Discord, so you're kind of forced to use it. But I'm kind of getting to the point where I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. I'll even move communities off of Discord if I have to. And there's a few that I, like, manage. I'm just tired of Discord. And if I have to actually verify my age for an account that I've had since 2015, I'm done. Because you should just be able to infer the age of your account from when you create, how old you are from when you created the account, right? Like, my Discord account is 11 years old at this point. I don't think I'm making a Discord account when I'm, like, 7. So, yeah, if they force me to verify my age on a 11-year-old Discord account, I'm not going to use Discord at this point. I have conspiracy theory time. I have a pretty good feeling that they're just going to force people to verify regardless of the things that they're claiming in that Reddit post. I don't trust Discord in a sec for like a hot second. After the last privacy data breach that they had related to this, I don't trust Discord as far as I can throw them. Okay, cool. Alright, I need to switch to this. Yeah. Alright, I want to test this again. Yeah, Okay, so it's entirely based off of what color it is, determines what gets boosted. Cool. I feel like strength is kind of important considering the fact that you can kill enemies a lot faster. But also I understand that you don't really have to kill all the enemies, you just have to kill the ones that are in your way. There we go. Up to 66. Oh, does it reset the cycle every time it's off screen? I've been looking into, I saw a reverse engineered, Discord thing. Used to be Foscord. I haven't looked too much into it, but from what I saw from a glance on it, it could have potential. You can self-host it. I like my desires for this is I think we need to move to a decentralized kind of setup. Like, you should be able to run your own server. You should be able to have most, if not all, of the functionality that you could have with current Discord, and you could implement like video streaming and whatnot with WebRTC. And you shouldn't have to pay for it. Let me find a link to that. Yeah, it's spacebar. Yeah, spacebar. And it does look like it does... Oh, you have to set up a CDN server. Fascinating. But yeah, there's Discord-like stuff like spacebar. There's some things I'm reading about Stoat that they're like, oh, we rolled back the Gen AI stuff, but you have to consider the fact that they used it to begin with. And then I've been hearing reports that just what's being said on their like private Discord or like their development Discord is different than what they're saying publicly, so. Matrix kind of has a bit of a... It's kind of all over the place with like what you can, like what options you have and like the difficulty in terms of setting it up. Like, I'm trying to like think at the moment. What was the one that I tried setting up for Matrix that I had like a hard time doing? I don't even think I set it up properly. Hold on, we gotta say hi to the princess for a second. Hi, princess. Okay, so we said hi to the princess, and now we're gonna go over here. Was it Element? I'm having a brain fart this morning. I think it was Element. Anyway, while I'm thinking this over, we have our first ad break coming up in just a bit. Just as a reminder, ! ad break gives you various options for how to deal with the adding from twitch.tv. That does include extensions that you could do. Picture-in-picture, which comes free with your browser, and applications such as Streamlink that runs the stream in VLC player or MPV. Sorry, I had to like stop for a second because I was trying to like do this while playing a action role-playing game is kind of hard. It's also morning. But yeah, extensions, picture-in-picture, and stuff like Streamlink and whatnot. But if you don't want to deal with that and you just want to watch this damn stream without ads, maybe get some bonus content on the Discord for the length of time that it's still there, in case I decide to move to something else. Such as bonus videos, picture-in-picture, early access to any videos I do publish on YouTube, work in progress sprints, and more. Consider a sub to the Fine Quality live stream or a recurring... Well, consider a sub to the Fine Quality live stream if you don't want the ads, but if you don't care about the ads, but you want that bonus content, consider a membership on my Coffee. We also have a bonus tier on there if you want to get the chance to kind of vote on which particular games I play, along with getting your name on my videos at the end of them. I hate this section so much. All right, let's deal with this. I think this fight's a lot easier than the other ones because you don't have characters just like running straight towards you. I want to see if this is... Yeah. I'm just going to keep stacking it towards strength. All right, so let me quickly put the password that we have here so I don't forget it. But yeah, I'll probably look into, and I'll probably have to write it down on here as well. There is, I wanted to look into the space bar, and then I wanted to look into the TeamSpeak 6, which that one's kind of like a very drastic change, you know, because TeamSpeak and Mumble and Ventrilo do kind of function a lot drastically different than Discord, you know? All right, I have to be very careful now because that fucker right there, if they touch me, I take an instant death. More or less. And they show up later. All right, there we go. So I just need to not die here. Cool. Oh, by the way, Wednesday stream, which is expected to be in the evening time. I don't know what we're doing at the moment. I'll figure that out as I go. I would say I should probably derust Marathon, considering that GDQ submissions are right around the corner. About a month-ish from now. But I'm also going to have to derust it for speedrun requests at some point, because trilogy %. But I could also just do that on the weekend as well. Like, I don't have to, like, specifically hold it towards, like, one particular day. I think I'm supposed to go down, not up. Or up, not down. We'll find out. Yeah, I'm supposed to go up, not down. I had a thought and I lost it. Maybe I'll find it. I don't know. Whew. I think that's kind of also just like the problem of doing only 4 streams a week, right? Like, I can't just do... I don't want to do the same single thing day in and day out. I was watching Twitch. Or like trying to find something to watch on Twitch a few days ago. For the morning time. I kind of like to put people's streams on while I'm working, just so I have some background noise, right? It's an unlogged in account as well, so I could be watching your stream and you'll never know. That's the interesting thing. Since I watch my streams on an unlogged in browser. You'll never know. All right, hold on. There is a boss after this, so I do need to lock in a little bit. That's fine. Okay, that's not fine. I'll just pick it up there. All right. So, damn, I lost my thought. Oh, yeah, the thought was I saw... who is this streamer? Garish Goblin, who I think I followed back in the day because they did a run of Halo for GDQ. I think it was like Legendary Halo CE. I think that I've seen them only stream that game, that category specifically. Only that. Nothing but that. That is all they stream all the time. In fact, I'm going to confirm that real quick. I don't understand people who can, like, stream just the same game, only that game, and only one specific niche of that game all the time. How do you not go insane doing that? Like, that would drive me mad if I had to do one specific thing, that one only specific thing, and, like, nothing but that. Like, if I did that, I would just get burned out. I would only I would hit burnout so fast doing that. That's, I'm gonna be honest with you, that's partially why I had to stop doing Marathon Mondays, because I was kind of getting a little bit burnt out on Marathon a little bit. Sorry, Mike McMahon. I know you want me to do Marathon Monday a lot, but like, I had to stop doing Marathon Monday for a reason, because I was just getting burnt out of Marathon, and there's only 3 games. Also, hello, Axel Gear. Hope you're having a good morning. Most people do their jobs one specific repetitive thing. I mean, don't get me wrong, I do understand that. Like, I have to, for context, I troubleshoot Linux systems for a living, specifically of the GUI, so like GNOME and KDE in some aspects, but and also the tool chain for Linux. And there's one thing that I have to do a lot of, which is like remote system, like remote desktop implementations, like VNC specifically, and it is. You see a lot of the exact same issue a lot, that if that's all you're doing all day, you would probably, like, be incredibly frustrated by it. Used to be a phone jockey for telecoms, IBM, and Apple. Fascinating. All right, I gotta lock in just a little bit so I can get this boot. And then once I get past this area, I do need to actually save my password on my tungsten PDA here. I do need to fix this a little bit. So the menu button and the home button are a lot more sensitive. Like, I barely have to push down on it for it to go back to the main menu. So when I open this up to change the battery, I need to see if there's any way I can, like, move things around to kind of get it to where it actually has, like, a tactical, like, push to it. But anyway, I need to focus on the password real quick. So let me just put this in. ALMDJ ILBKO. Yeah, cool. I shouldn't have done that. I should have waited. Too late, though. I think it's here. Yeah. Okay. This dungeon is pretty mean. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention Tsukasa Masako did the soundtrack to this as well. I mean, to be fair, they were, for the most part, the in-house Atlas composer at the time. But you can kind of tell, like, some of the, kind of a hint ahead towards Digital Devil Story, Digital Devil Story Megami Tensei 2 a little bit with how the instrumentation and whatnot for this is. All right, we'll be over there in a second. All right, that wasn't good, but that's fine. Still took damage. Again, that's fine. But, what's that phrase? Variety is the spice of life. I just feel like it's interesting to do more than just the same thing all the time. I know, like, there's a bit of positivity to come from, you know, being very, like, consistent with what you're doing. But I'm also, like, a speedrunner that, like, wants to have, like, a kind of, like, I wouldn't say, like, an eclectic, thank you, game. Can you let me actually get a sort of, like, distance away from the boss? Holy shit. Yeah, I see kind of the positives of raising your agility stat. You know, I keep playing this, and I keep thinking about how, like, how absolutely sick it would have been had Digital Devil Story Megami Tensei 2 came out for this instead of the NES. Like, think about that, like, graphical overhaul that would have happened. Yeah, it's just because I was kind of slacking on my agility. I put, because we've been testing what the gems do if you just wait a little bit to pick them up, and it does look like it alters your stats a little bit. So that's kind of my fault. Cool. Cool. And this is the part I'm worried about the most. Oh, he made it through. I'll say that. I swear that eyeball was gonna, like, go through the wall. All right. Just a note, there's not going to be an intermission for the stream just because of the fact that I cannot stream past 3 hours. So, yeah, I got killed by an olive. Let's see, HNOKC. And just as a reminder, you will be hearing an alarm going off on my end. That is my 15 minutes before work alarm. which also means the wrap it up alarm. And it will be loud. It's so I can hear it through the microphone, because I have my Palm PDA right here. This is not the same one from GDQ. This is a different one. This is a tungsten C. Oh yeah, I need to have it up on the screen. 5? Nope. Can I just select the number? No, I can't select the number to open it up. I need to actually select it with my finger. There we go. Open? Thank you. So let's try this again. Luckily, since I put my password down, we can just walk to the end. CHNO. Cool. So we'll just get as far as we can in this, and then we will do something. Well, we'll make note of the password, and then we will wrap up. And then I have to look into some stuff. And I have to message a specific person. Okay. Hold on 1 second. Okay. I guess we'll... Yeah, we'll just have to go down. Is there not a way for me to just skip this? I don't want to have to walk all the way through the other dungeon. No, it looks like that's the only way through. Oh, I'm poisoned. Huh? When did that happen? Am I just gonna take a death? I guess I'm just gonna take a death. Don't get a choice in that. Nope. Sorry. Oh no. Okay, we're fine. I still have to go through this though. That's the part I'm like kind of talking about. Ooh. There's a force field. All right, so you have to do this in a specific fashion. Whoa! Fascinating. I kind of also need to think about what I'm gonna have for lunch today. I don't really think about that until I actually have lunch. I might have some rice for like after work, like after this, because again I've been up since 1. I had cereal at about 2. Yeah. I still have a thing of tahine I need to get through. That does go good with the rice. I do have to be very moderate with actually using it just because one, its flavor is just very intense, but also a lot of sodium. I could also, instead of that, I could probably have like some bread with Marmite on it. Just the thinnest slice, thinnest spread of Marmite. I can handle it if it's very thinly spread. The thing with the digestive that made it like very intense is just the fact that I put a whole big like thick gunk of it on there. Top tip, don't do that. I made the mistake of having a Mountain Dew kickstart after having like a piece of bread with Marmite on it. Because I thought I had like washed it out with the water that I had, but no, there was still a little bit of Marmite like on the roof of my mouth. Because it's thick stuff. Absolutely, whew, taste. I still need to try Vegemite. The big issue is just there's not a lot of places in my area that sell it, and I think really the only place that kind of sells it is, unfortunately, Amazon. I would like to be able to support local businesses if I can. But considering it's an import object as is... All right, we're making a lot more progress right now than we did before. That's fine. We didn't game over. I will probably game over, though, when I do the boss. Yeah, I'm just gonna go. Cool. I would like to get some of the black magic because I can use that to my advantage. Also, notice that asshole's back. They cannot take a death. Cool. Can I hit it? Might. Just need to whittle it down. There we go. I think this is the boss. Yeah. Yeah, I'm just gonna put it towards agility. been here already, yeah. We're just gonna leave. So yeah, just to note for people, this is kind of a one-off at the moment because my sleep schedule is not the best at the moment. I was supposed to stream last night at 10 p.m. and that just never happened. I slept through 5 alarms and I needed to kind of assess this morning what I needed to do. Because now my entire day is basically, like, thrown out the window, because I kind of had things planned out on my PDA, and now I can't really follow that. Well, I mean, I could, but, like, I'm going to have to stay up super late to make up for waking up late from my nap. By the way, this is as far as I've been in this game. I have not made it farther than this. Alright, I'm just gonna run for it. This seems to just be a bit better. Or I can just take a death. Yeah. I see. Oh my god. Oh, okay. I guess I'm not going this way. And then I get to deal with the hell zone as soon as I go back in. Yep. What is it? AKP, no, AKG, JGJ. Can I have that in all caps, please? You can hear the PDA in the background. Alright, there we go. Alright, let's put the password in. So I've kind of realized, I had to ask my friend yesterday who knows a little bit of like Blender stuff. What I would have to do, or what the term for like trying to get an outfit to fit on a character or like another model is. And I think it's weight painting. Oh, I think they said weight painting. I don't know if I need to resort to that if Vroid Studio, if I'm not able to do what I need to do in Vroid Studio. Wait, I don't need to go there. I'm gonna go back to the... Go back over here real quick. While I'm walking over here, as a reminder, this is a fine quality live stream from Team Sarah Productions, a one-off morning stream. Dungeon Explorer for the PC Engine. On actual hardware. 51 AR kit blend shapes. Well, I don't think the people behind VRoid Studio or Unity VRM will do that specifically. That's you can do that with, what is it, HANA Kit, HANA Tool, which is a paid thing, obviously. But I don't think Pixiv, who are the developers of VRoid Studio, I don't think they really care about adding it, to be honest. Have they promised that they're going to do it? Because that's a first, if that's the case. I've not heard of them explicitly saying they would add it. Yep. You heard that go off. It's my morning alarm, which means there's probably another alarm going off in the background that I need to, like, take my earbuds off to hear. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I know. Like, I have the 51. Although, it would be nice if there was a way to, like, make it so you did not have to explicitly have an iPhone to take advantage of all 51 or 52. Because I think, what is it? The most you can do with Android is 48. Speaking of, like, blend shapes, I keep thinking about sRanipal. I have a headset that can take advantage of sRanipal, but I've experienced pain trying to configure stuff for sRanipal. Yeah, I guess I'm just gonna have to take this very slowly. This seems like this would be like a run ender section. Or like a very intense section of a speed run. I love having enemy run straight into me and then I just take massive damage. Y'all faced us all 51. I really haven't been able to look at a lot of the Android options just because of the fact that, well, I use iPhone. And I think at the time of me, like, starting, Meow Face wasn't out yet. That sounds about right. All right, I'm just gonna double check real quick to make sure that the password is the same. Okay, cool. Yeah, I don't know how the fuck you're supposed to get out of that. Oh, and I'm gonna take a death. When the item pickups actually, like, do not help. Oh, okay, cool. Trying to see if I can just take advantage of how the game's does thing. Is there a second set? Yeah, there's a second set. Yeah, I don't know how they're expecting you to, like... Other than you do it like this. I've always been kind of paranoid about, what is it, media pipe? Just because of the whole webcam thing, because I feel like some weird, like, stuff can happen with that in your actual webcam, like, gets used or whatnot on, like, shows up and whatnot. I think that's, like, one of the nice things about using LiDAR is just the fact that since it's just infrared, you don't have to worry about stuff like that. But also, there is obviously a price point that kind of comes with that. Webcam is definitely a lot cheaper, although you do kind of have to have like a decent quality webcam. What is it, like at the least 720p? I think with a lot of good effects, I've seen people talk about 1440p. It's at 60. Like, there is definitely, like, a price point thing when it comes to webcams, but it looks like even, like, lower-end webcams can still kind of take advantage of media pipe. And there's definitely a diminishing returns point with it as well. Oh, boy. I feel like we're about to hit the can't catch a break moment in this. That skull is actually helping me at the moment. Cool. Okay, so there's a cool pattern here. I surprisingly did not take damage. Well, I guess I'm doing the boss with, Okay, I got one. This is just the Minotaur fight again. Oh! Alright, cool. So I do have to pick up the gem in order to get a new save point. I was wondering what that buzzing was, but no, it's the game. I still need to get some ferrite stuff. Alright, so let me just type this in real quick, and then we'll keep going. ALJMJ CMOLA. Alright, cool. Can't really talk to anyone in this game considering I can't read anything in it, so I'm hoping I'm doing well. Alright, just want to double check. Oh, that's cool. Just have spot on ground that if you walk into it, you just take damage. But it quite literally is random where it moves. Cool. Very nice. I had another thought about like lunch today. Just then. I'm probably just gonna have to eat in specifically because I think I had sub on Monday. Not Monday. Sub on Sunday. And I made the mistake of going and getting a waffle sandwich from Sheetz. It was good, don't get me wrong, but I never realized how much saturated fat was in it. Like, whoa. That's fine. Got two of them. Oh, okay. Alright. Should be able to put this in without any issues. That kind of happened a lot faster than I thought it would. IOLLE. Are we just heading straight to the exit? I guess we are. Are we going further down? Are we back at the... Uh-huh. Oh, we back at the... Where are we at? Again, doesn't help that I can't read what I'm, like, doing. Yeah, going upstairs by spinning around sounds like a pretty cool thing. Oh. Ah. That seems cool. We'll come back to that. I don't know when. I guess we gotta go back and explore over here. We went past two doodads. Oh, okay. Let's go to the first one. Ah, okay. I wouldn't be surprised if this just leads me to that staircase. Oh, it does. Seems to be just find the right person. Okay, we got a staircase here. Where does that go? Second floor. Ooh. This actually kind of looks like a hell. Yep, took 2 damage. More damage. Alright, where the hell are we? Is this the starting? No, this isn't the starting village. I'd say that'd be a bit silly. Just avoid the bugs. So I can find an exit. Ooh. I guess it's one of the houses. No. You can believe it. Back down. Well, actually, hold on. I'm not gonna say that. I need to like do a proper like investigation. I'm gonna take a death. Yeah. Is there really no way out of this area? Looks like it. But I will say that we can get back to this area by doing, after we reset, by just walking up from the bar that we started at. Final ad break coming up in just a bit. My frame rate's kind of chugging a little. So I need to point out that this is what I'm doing at the moment is I'm playing through this and I'm thinking about like things related to speedrunning. And then I'm going to watch the VOD for the world record and going to start working on stuff alongside this. There was a post on the SRC leaderboard for this talking about how you could use a second player. So basically have two controllers plugged into your console. You have the one character take a death at a particular spot. Once a item has been deloaded, you basically move your character into that spot. And then you can basically skip having to do the second dungeon of the game. But I feel like you can potentially do even more than that. And that's why I'm playing through this at the moment. Is I feel like there is a bit more that you could do with this game than even what that mentions with like a 2-controller type setup. We'll have to see ultimately. I think I need to get into that middle area. I think that is the goal here. Okay, so I just need to head back to the... I believe the goal of this, at least for this half of the year, is to learn one game on the PC Engine as a speed run. I have a number of games to choose from. Silent Debuggers is probably going to be the FPS that I learn. Because what a concept. An FPS on your PC Engine. I guess we go check to see if those flames are gone. Do I have to talk to all of them in one go? Those flames should be right here. I see the person. Yeah, they're right here. Nope, still there. Yeah, this will probably be where actually being able to read the text would kind of be helpful. I'll see if getting rid of all the enemy spawns helps in any way, shape, or form. Someone said the magic words. Just saw that pop up for a second. Oh, and it still shows up on the thing. All right, hold on. That's fascinating. Normally it doesn't do that. Miscellaneous. It won't let me remove the message on my client. That's fascinating. That's actually fascinating. All right, hold on. I'm gonna have to reload my chat then. I don't want someone's spam message showing up. There we go. So let's see if we can. Oh. Not take a death. There's the final ad break coming up. If you thought the stream was pretty interesting and you like to see more of them in the future, make sure you definitely hit that follow button down below. We do have the plans of trying to stream 3 days out of the week. At least 3 streams a week. I have a job that has weekend shifts, so it's hard to sometimes do 4 streams a week. When I'm able to, I do like to do a bonus 4 stream. All right, I gotta get to that middle part. How the hell do you get to that? Oh, no, wait, that's the dungeon part from earlier. That's the dungeon part from earlier. We were there, remember? I remember. Good times. Okay, hold on. I have to get my phone out. I'm gonna have to use the translator app on my phone. Where is it? I haven't had to use this in a long ass time. All right, what does that say? Sorry you came all the way here. I came all the way here, but I'm so angry I can't get through here. I'll try my best, so come again. Okay. I'm gonna have to actually talk to every single person again and see what they have to say, because I feel like I'm missing something very important. That not being able to understand what I'm reading is kind of a detriment at the moment. You came all the way here in a hurry. I'll tell you something good. If you go up the stairs there, you can get to Aldejo. Or Adejo. I don't know how to pronounce it, so... it's up to you to figure out how to pronounce it. Alright, we'll talk to the third person. This maze is so large, so don't get lost. If you want to go to Karsoka Village, go east. Whoop. Haste makes waste? Might be a good idea to walk around here and there. The only waste that running fast does is just waste my time. All right, I'm gonna go back to the one at the top, and we're just gonna have to see if I can, like, discern something from this. Against my better judgment. All right, just gonna go very slowly so I can not get surrounded by bugs and bearded adversaries. Is there really nothing here? That's very funny how they just reset their position. I guess there quite literally is nothing. Okay, hold on. All because of the what's? All because of the... Place used to be a nice place to live, but now it's in this state because of the splatter slime. Ugh. That's a weird way to word that. Alright, I guess we just go back down into the maze. Because I think this is like the problem at the moment is we just don't know where we gotta go. You know what? I might just take a death and... Oh, I could just do this. I forgot about that. Just restart the game. Up. My 9:30 alarm went off, which means we got about 15 minutes left before I gotta wrap up. That's the alarm that is supposed to wake me up in the morning, which it did not make a noise, which is kind of concerning. All right, let's see. I think they call the character over here a hermit. Let's see if they're here. No. They're not. Hmm. Yeah, I don't need to go there. I guess we just go back into the building. Let's see if we can make any progress in any way, shape, or form. All right, hold on. I do want to read what this said. Since only the strong can return alive here, I guess it's protected? I don't know. Is that what that means? Okay, our objective is obviously not done, because I was given items. So I guess we'll go back into the maze and try to figure out what the hell we're supposed to do. In fact, while we are in this last little break here, do you want to, oh. My stream popped up on my monitor for a second. Just want to see who's live right now. Not a lot of people at the moment. All right, quite literally, this is the only way. This is the only way that doesn't go back to the stairwell that I was at prior. So, like, this is the way I gotta go. There's nowhere else to go. So I guess we just check the buildings until we find something of note. Ah, there's a stairwell. Cool. Yeah, remember when we couldn't destroy those earlier? So satisfying. So satisfying. And also, as just as a note, just so I don't forget next week to mention it, but the weekend of the 21st and the 22nd will not have a stream that weekend, because I will have to work a required work weekend. So, do like to keep people up to date on those when they come up. Well, those work weekends do end early enough that I could technically do a stream. I'm usually just not in the mood after work afterwards. Oh, cool. Well, if I take a death here, then I'll know next time I need to not do that. Oh, hi there. That's fine. All right, what do you have to say to me, person here? What do you have to say? If you go down the stairs there, you can go to Rareport, but be careful. A dragon lives there. Is that so? I bet this takes us to... Okay, cool. So that's where that takes me. Let's just get this written down real quick. This is probably going to be the last segment that we're doing for this game today. If this is a full dungeon, because it is nearing about 5 till my alarm goes off. Yeah, about 5 minutes. I'll fix that later. I do like that you can just pick up stat increases as just like random pickups in the game. That is kind of cool. Cool. Got the boot. Oh, I'm moving. I'm hauling ass. Gotta pause to wipe my nose. Got a runny nose this morning. I'm expecting a boss. Full on expecting a boss. Expecting it. I was gonna say I was expecting a game over, but you know, I'm just gonna run for it. I think it's just gonna be better, and I'll lose less health if I just run for it. Yeah. Oh look, the fearsome dragon. What is this? A fucking bullet hell? Hold on. Is this one of those things where if I just stand at the top, I can, like, guarantee get hits off? Wow, it actually is quite literally that. It's like Choaniki all over again. Come on. Ooh. It's never taken me this long in a boss fight. I've never got to this part in the music. That's fine. We're still in it. Cool. Oh, we're back here. Going in a damn circle. Quite literally, going in a damn circle. I guess we go over here now. If it's leading us all the way back over to here, I would guess that we can go into here now. No. I don't know what I was expecting with that. Do we go back to the king? No, but they give us more stuff. Well, I'll say this. It's probably worth finishing up right now because I have 2 minutes before this thing's going to go off. So let's go ahead and put the last password in all caps. So what is it? AIJMJ NKBLM. All right, cool. Well, I think that was a pretty decent little stream, wasn't it? Not as long as I would like to have it, but at least we got like what feels like a decent chunk of what I wanted to do for the stream done. So, I mean, that's kind of a positive in of itself. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and turn the console off. And with that said, also, I need to note that was barely on. Like, I did not flip that enough. It was barely in the on position. But it was on. Anyway. There's the alarm. Gonna hit that, put that right there, turn the screen off, and say that that's it for this fine quality live stream. Do thank everyone that did stop by to keep me company this morning. Hopefully the next stream will be at its normal time in the evening, late night hour. We'll have to see. Again, I don't normally do, well, I used to do morning streams and I had to stop because I kept missing a lot of them. And then I had to go back to night streams, but I seem to be having the same problem as I did with the morning streams. Anyway, let's see who's live on twitch.tv this shows you how out of it I am this morning. Let's see who's live this morning. I don't think there's gonna be anyone streaming this specific game. No. Alright, well, let's send it over to Anoe. I don't wanna raid someone 2 days in 2 times in a row. So I think we'll watch some Doom. Let's watch some Doom. On Doom speed demos. I haven't watched some Doom speed runs in a bit. So anyway, while I get you prepared to send you over to there, as always, just a note, if you like to keep up to date with this fine quality live stream and you're not doing it at the moment, thought the stream was pretty interesting, maybe you want to watch more in the future, make sure you do hit that follow button. We try to stream 3 days out of the week, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. As you can see, this week that's kind of not the case. I'm doing it on Tuesday, but the big gist is we stream 3 days out of the week. Try to do Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Monday and Wednesday being whatever the hell I feel like doing, and Friday is Megami Tensei in order. It is the only dedicated playthrough day of the whole week, and I'm playing a version of every game in Atlus's Megami Tensei franchise in original release order. We're in 1995 currently, Majin Tensei 2 Spiral Nemesis. And after that, we get into the big last Bible chunk of the franchise. And then Saturday or Sunday, but not both, is a bonus stream when I'm able to do them, which could also be anything, but also has a bit of a potential for special formats such as Dungeons, which is a weird game show I do where I subject people to stuff in other video games. It's kind of hard to explain. You have to like watch an episode to kind of get what I'm talking about. Anyway, getting kind of rambling at that point. But yeah, if you're following, make sure you also join the Fine Quality Discord down below, where we have a bunch of channels that you can talk about. Well, currently the Fine Quality Discord. We have a channel for Megami Tensei. We also have a bunch of tech channels for European, Japanese home computers. Also, all the main operating systems, Linux, Macintosh, and the Windows hellscape that we currently live in. We have a bunch of other stuff, music, games, music, and more. And if you're a supporter of the Fine Quality live stream via a Twitch sub or a recurring $5 or $10 coffee membership, you have access to a supporter lounge, which has bonus content, behind the scenes stuff, and more. And you can find a link to that coffee down below. There's a throne if you like to buy an item on my to-do list. I will inevitably get every item on that to-do list, but if you like to beat me to the punch, it's down there if you like to, and I'll shout you out if you don't do it anonymously. And then there's fine-quality.website, the official TPCR website. It has my social media at the top, stream embedded in the middle if your extensions allow it, and contact information and coaster credits if that's something you're kind of interested in, seeing what roller coasters I've ridden. I still don't have all the ones at Six Flags Great America put down, but just note I've ridden everything except Max Force because it was down at the time, I think due to a recall. Anyway, with that in mind, I need to go get ready for work. So with that said, my name is TVCR. I hope you have a good rest of your Tuesday, and I will see you back here hopefully Wednesday night with a thing. I don't know yet. I haven't really planned it out, to be honest, but I'll be back here Wednesday hopefully with a thing. So until then, take care. I'll see you next time. Bye bye.